Greetings, class. Professor Williams with our second video on Chapter 2. This spreadsheet that you're looking at should seem familiar. It's the same one that we ended the first Chapter 2 video on. I did add some colors and stuff, but otherwise it's the same. I don't know if the colors make it look better or worse. But anyway, now that we have data, sometimes it's nice to show data in charts. Yeah? We're going to do two types of charts. A histogram, which is a bar chart. It's a specific kind of bar chart. And we're also going to do a pie chart, which is called a pie chart. Excel is pretty good at these. It will give us the beginnings of a chart that we can make a little bit better. So let's first do the histogram, which is a bar chart. Now, let me mention, there are a couple of built-in functions in Excel that will make histograms for you. They're more complicated than just doing it the way I'm about to show you, and they don't label the bars correctly. I really thought they would have fixed that by now. They've been able to make histograms for a long time. So I wouldn't use the histogram functions in Excel. I would just use the bar chart function. Now, something very important. What I'm going to show you only works if these labels, this one, this one, this one, this one, have that little quotation mark in front. If they don't have the little quotation mark in front, it's not going to work. Excel needs to think that this is not a number. It's not a number, right? It's a label. So make sure you have the little quotation mark. Double click. You got to have the little quotation mark in front. See? Here? See it? If you didn't do that, what I'm about to show you will not work. You got it? Okay. First, let's do the histogram, a fancy name for a bar chart. Here's how you do it. First, we must decide where to put the bar chart. I think. Well, anyway, what do we have to do? We have to highlight the data we want in the bar chart. We want these first two columns, but not the bottom where it says total. Okay? You got to highlight those. You know how to highlight, right? Start in one of the cells that's in what you want, and then hold down your mouse button and start dragging until you got this. Okay? Okay. Now, we go up here to where it says Insert, and we're going to pick one of these charts. This is bar chart. Okay? Click the little down arrow and pick the easiest one, this one. And click on it. And we have pretty much what we want. It's missing some labels, and the top title is not really very descriptive. Now, in this class, I don't care too much about what something looks like, but it needs to convey information so that somebody who doesn't see the underlying data knows what it is. This, if you put this in a report for your boss or you release it to the public, they'd be like, what is this? We need to change the title, and we need to add a label for the horizontal axis and a label for the vertical axis. Okay? And I'm going to require that you do this on the test. Now, changing the title is not too hard. Go in here and double click, and you see how we're in it now? Now I'm going to call this something about Hank Aaron's home runs per season, right? Hank Aaron's home runs per season during his career. How do you spell career? Like that. Now, that's okay. Maybe it's not quite cement. What about that? Now that's better, but what is this axis down here? It doesn't have a title. I don't know why by default Excel doesn't let you put a title down here and a title down here. You have to go, it's not very obvious. How the heck do I add a title down here? You might think if you click down there, you would be able to add one. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Excel has not advanced as much as it should. But here's what you have to do. We're going to add a title. This is home runs per season, right? It doesn't say, though. It doesn't say. It says up here, home runs hit per season. It doesn't say down here. We have to add a title. So go up here where it says add chart element. And we need an axis title. Now that's the horizontal axis, right? Click on it. Now we have a space to put it. So let's put it. Now double click in here. Come on now. And we'll do home runs hit per season. That's what that is. Hit enter. Whoops. Don't hit enter. Just click out of it. Don't hit enter. That doesn't work. Like that. And now we need to label this axis. This is how many seasons. This is number of seasons. That's the vertical axis. So we go back up. Where'd it go? Now look, our chart thing has disappeared. How do we get it back? We have to double click inside the chart. You see how it's gone? It's annoying, isn't it? Double click in here. 1, 2. It came back. See? Now we're going to add this vertical label for this. So go to add chart element, axis titles, primary vertical. Okay? Hit that. And this is number of seasons. So we'll put that in there. It's a little hard to type sideways, at least for me. You got to turn your head or something. Number of seasons. And don't hit enter. It doesn't work. You got to click outside the chart now. Now that looks pretty good. I see, you could put this in a report. Now you could make it more colorful or something, but people will know what that is now. You got a title up here that's descriptive. You've labeled the horizontal axis and labeled the vertical axis. And we can see most of his seasons, man, this is an amazing home run production. Especially he played when they had what they call the dead baseball. The baseball didn't go as far. 755 home runs. That's really something. So that's a histogram or a bar chart. By the way, you can make these things thicker and thinner and all that. This is perfectly fine. I can read this fine. Now let's do a pie chart with relative frequency instead of frequency. These percentages. Normally in a pie chart you tend to see percentages rather than frequency. So we need to grab the data that we need. We need this column without the total and this column. But wait, I can't grab them separately. Do you know how to do this? Now I know how to do it on a Windows PC. If you need two columns, first highlight the first column. You can let go now. But now when you need the second column, before you click your mouse button, hold down the control button of your keyboard. Hold down the control button. That's what I'm doing right now. Okay? Now click and drag what you need. You see how it still has highlighted this? So now we've highlighted this and this. I'll do it again. First, highlight the first column. Don't do the total. Go over here. Hold down the control button. I'm assuming that on a Mac it's the Apple button, but I don't know for sure. I really don't. You might have to Google it. So hold down the control button before you click. Now click and drag. Now let go of the control button. You see, we're going to put these in our pie chart. All right? Now, how do we do the pie chart? Go to Insert, Charts. Where's the pie? Here's a pie. Yeah? There's all different kinds of pies. 2D pie, 3D. I don't know. Let's do 2D pie. Okay? Click. Let's move it over so it's out of the way of the other one. Come on, move over, man. Now, this is a bad title. It should say something like this, right? Hank Aaron's home runs per season during his career. And maybe we'll give it the old, that looks pretty good, right? Now notice it doesn't have our percentages in here. I don't know why Excel doesn't put the percentages in. And by the way, look, our chart menu disappeared again because I clicked outside the chart. Double click inside the chart again and we'll get the chart menu back. Ready? Double click. Now I found that one way to get these percentages in is to go on this quick layout. I'm sure there's other ways too. Well, look at this one over here, right? Well, that's pretty cool. I kind of like that one, huh? Let's look at these. That one doesn't have the percentages. See, I want to have the percentages in there. This one's pretty cool. I kind of like, look at the shadows and stuff. So I want you to pick one with the percentages because we want to have all the data that we have. Let's do this one. I kind of like this one. Whoop, where'd it go? So let's click on it. Now we've got it. Now it did all caps. That's all right. Am I yelling there? And so we've made a pie chart. Now you can fool around with Excel and do whatever you like, right? Now we did round our percentages to the nearest whole number. That's okay. We can handle that. It's okay. So we've done. I almost feel like this one should look better. Should we try? Let's see. I feel like I've left it out in the cold. What else have we got here? Well, this one's kind of cool. I kind of like that one. You like that one? Let's go with that one. There we are. Oh, I tell you, we're super pros. Nobody can stop us now. People will think we worked for hours on this. It's only been 13 minutes and 34 seconds. And there you have it. Chapter 2. Making frequency distribution. Now there's some other stuff in chapter 2. It's a very interesting chapter. You can read the whole thing. You should. But in terms of what we're going to do, frequency distribution, relative frequency distribution, cumulative frequency distribution, cumulative relative, that was the first video. And now these two sheets. Now on a test, you'll have to copy and paste them in to your test thing. These will copy and paste. Here, let me open up Word. I'll show you. And you don't want to link it. We just want the, you can copy it as an image. Here, let's try copying our pie chart. So first get it all, right click, copy, go over to your Word, paste. I think we want to paste it as an image. You see all these different options? That one's okay. If you paste it as an image, now you can't edit it, but it looks good. But you see how if you're writing a report, your report's probably not going to be an Excel file, right? It might be in Microsoft Word. You can paste this stuff over. But I'm going to have you paste it into the test when you take the test so that I can see it on the test, and I understand that you know how to copy and paste out of Excel. That's an important thing to be able to do. All right, that's it for the video. 15 minutes. Till next time, Professor Williams is saying, have a good day.